for stopping by my channel. My name is Jasmine, aka Budget Treasures, and here on today's video we are going to be talking about cash envelopes for beginners. I've had a lot of people asking me, how do they get started with cash envelopes? They see all these wonderful, creative, fancy videos here on YouTube. They see me posting videos about it on Instagram, and they're like, oh my gosh, I've purchased your envelopes, but how do I get started? How much money do I allocate towards each envelope? What categories should I have? So we're going to talk all about that in today's video. So if that is something that you're interested in, please make sure that you stay plugged in. Also, if this is your very first time, welcome. I really encourage you to hit the subscribe button. Here on my channel, we talk about all things finance. We talk about budgeting, saving money, home ownership, how to tackle debt. We just talk about all things finance, and we do it in a fun way that's easy to learn and easy to implement. That's really, really important. And if you are here for another video, welcome back, Jim. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. But once again, even if you're here again and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you check and make sure that you are subscribed. Also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, which is, and I think I said that already, that tells you how much I really want you to subscribe. But there is a little subscribe box here, and I hope that you are inclined to do that. Make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you know when I do drop videos, and then also make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know, do you already implement cash envelopes in your budget? If you have a question that I have not talked about in this video, please leave it down in the description box, and I will definitely not the description, the comment box, and I will definitely respond so that everybody can see the question and the answer. So let's get started. What are cash envelopes? The envelope system is a way to track exactly how much money you have in each budget category for the month by keeping your cash tucked away in envelopes. At the end of the month, you can see how much cash is left by taking a quick peek in your envelope. That is the Dave Ramsey definition of what cash envelopes are. That is how I learned about what cash envelopes are in the beginning of my journey. So why do you need to use cash envelopes? So basically, this method is to assist anyone in making sure that they will not overspend in certain discretionary categories that you spend money on monthly. An example of that would be groceries, household goods, eating out, fun money, all of that good stuff. We know that we have a tendency to overspend in these areas. If you're someone who goes to the grocery store without a grocery list, and even if you have a grocery list, you may be going from aisle to aisle and say you're going to give yourself $100 to spend. However, you might find something else that you want in the grocery store and you're going to spend more than $100. But if you have that cash envelope that is specifically only for groceries and you have $100 in there, once the money is gone, it is gone. It is a more emotional transaction than just using your card, which is something that you can't see, and it's not as emotional as transferring cash. People, 9 times out of 10, you want to keep your physical cash as much as possible instead of just spending as if you have a black card. So that is why someone would want to use the cash envelope system, to make sure that you're not going to overspend in areas that you are prone to overspend in. Okay? Who uses cash envelopes? Well, it's that person who is the overspender, or it is that person who is completely organized and it is just easier for them to manage their money in that way. When I first started, I had to use cash envelope because I am an overspender. Yes, Budget Treasures, your girl is an overspender. And I know that. I will overspend at the grocery store. I will overspend at Target. I will overspend eating out. I will overspend in all these areas. And I know that about myself. So for me, taking physical cash out has been able to help me to stay within my budget and not overspend, as you know, and rack up any not late fees, but non-sufficient fund fees in your bank account. That's like a real ugly thing. So cash envelopes has actually been a lifesaver for me. So now let's talk about, how do you get started? Now that you know that this is probably something that you want to try, how do you get started? How do you know what categories that you need? Well, sis, I am going to help you. So first, what you want to do, basically review what you spend your money on. You're probably going to have to go to your checking account, and you might want to download your last 3 statements just to look and see how much money you're spending in each category. Some common categories are groceries, eating out, household, Target. You may not know what category to put these things in, but you know that you need food. You probably have some fun money on the weekends. You're going out and having a good time with your friends and family. The world is opening back up. I think the world is open back up. So therefore, you're going to be going out, let's see, vacationing out, and some other things. So you want to look and see what you normally spend your money on, okay? And then after you see what you spend your money on, and you know, and you're real with yourself. This is also another thing. Be real with yourself, ladies. You're real with yourself, and you're like, okay, you know what? I go out every weekend and I spend about $50 eating out. I don't want you to go and say, I'm not going to give myself an envelope because I'm not going to eat out. No, let's be real, sis. If that's what you spend, that's what you spend. Now, what you can do is gradually take yourself down and still create that eating out envelope, but maybe you'll go out 2 times instead of every Saturday. Maybe you'll go out 1 Saturday instead of 3 Saturdays out of the month, okay? And then you want to be realistic about the type of places that you go to. If you go to 5-star restaurants, says don't put $50 in the envelope. It's not going to work for you. You want to put something that's realistic, because it is going to help you from overspending. You want to look at your food budget. This is a humongous category for everybody's family. Food. A lot of people overspend on eating out and groceries as well. I know a lot of families who go to the grocery store, but then they end up eating out, and then they waste all the food that's in their refrigerator. Is this you? It has been me and some other families that I have worked with. This has definitely been them. So be very realistic with yourself in this process. Once you are able to identify all of those categories, then those are the envelopes that you want to create. What are the things that you need for cash envelopes? Sis, you need an envelope that looks like this. You might need a pen or a Sharpie, and that is about it. Becoming a beginner, what I don't want you to do is go out and buy all these cash envelopes that are so pretty, even the ones that I sell, you know, from any of these shop owners. I don't want you to go out buying all of these really cute envelopes and you don't know if you're going to stick to it, because then that's going to be pretty much a waste of your money. I know a lot of people who cash envelopes do not work for them. It just does not work. They don't go to the bank and they cannot do it that way. And then I have a lot of people who are like, oh, I have to take the money out of the bank. So if you are a beginner, I want you to try it first. So where are you going to take these cash envelopes? You will see in a lot of these videos that people have a lot of envelopes. If you go back, you can check out my cash envelope playlist, which I'll link up here, and you'll be able to see kind of how my process is. But I have one wallet that I carry with me that I use for, or the categories that are in this wallet are groceries, eating out money, household money, toiletries money, and personal money. That is everything that I have in my to-go cash envelope wallet. So as I am out and I decide, oh, you know what, let me stop by Target to get some toilet paper or something like that, I already have the money on me. Now there are some cash envelopes that you might need to leave at home, and those cash envelopes, you're not always going to be spending that money. An example of that would be beauty, car registration, and some other categories that you might be saving money for. You want to first start with a few envelopes, and then you want to progressively add on from there. So after you have used cash envelopes for about 2 to 3 months, you'll then know if it's something that is working for you. So the next important question that people have is, how do I know how much or what denominations to take out for each category? So you are going to need to visit the bank in order to make this successful for you. Now, I recommend going to see a teller so that you can let them know the exact denominations that you need in order to separate your money out in each category. So, for example, in your grocery envelope, if you need $100, you might just want to take out 250s, you might want 520s, or you might want $100 bill. That you'll be able to let the teller know how much in denominations you need for that particular envelope. There are some denomination sheets that you can purchase from people. I do not offer it in my Etsy shop, but one that I do use is from Triple M Crafts, which you'll see I shout her out in like every video. But I really love her cash envelope breakdown because it's dry erase. You can just write on it how much money you want to come out of the denominations that you need, and then you can put the money right in the envelope. So she's one person that I have purchased my sheet from. I also use the Budget Moms budget book, and in there are separate bank denomination sheets that you can use. Or sis, let me tell you what I have done. There have been many times where I have created my own sheet, and I will, as you can see here, this was something that I started with. I did not start with a fancy breakdown sheet. I started just like this, and that's all you need to do. You need to see if this is going to be something that works for you. And that is pretty much it. I encourage you to, once again, make sure that you watch my playlist, because you will continue to learn how to properly use the cash envelopes, and the money that you have left. Oh, let me say this before I was about to end the video. Some people don't know when to put the cash envelopes in the actual envelope. So for me, I do it paycheck to paycheck. I know some people, they take the money out for the entire month. For me, I complete a paycheck to paycheck budget, and so therefore I am taking cash out of the bank every 2 weeks. The money that I have left over, it is completely up to you. You can use that money to roll over into the next month. You can use that extra money that you have left over for debt payments. You can use it to save it. You can do pretty much whatever you want to do with it. Last year, I saved all of my leftover money, and I'll put a video here that will show how much money I had left over for the whole year. And then you can also take the money and you can put it into debt payments, or you can roll it over in the envelope. But just stay plugged in, you guys. If you have any questions, always ask me in the comment section. I think I'm really good about responding to you guys, because I want you guys to win on this cash envelope journey. So if I have not answered your questions clearly, or I haven't answered them at all, please leave them down in the comment section and I will be sure to answer them. But thank you so much for stopping by and joining me on this video. I will see you in the next one. Go be great. Peace out.